I'm so hungry. I cannot wait to eat my piece of toast. Oh my goodness, there is a worm in my toast. How did it get there? I can't believe I almost ate a worm. Well, I don't think it would be very tasty. It might wiggle in my tummy. I know somebody who would find this story so funny. Mrs. Wilson! Let's see.
Oh, Miss Anna's calling me again. Hello, Miss Anna. Are you okay?
Hi, Mrs. Wilson. I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. Have you seen any more cockroaches or spiders?
Oh, I haven't seen any spiders or cockroaches today, Mrs. Wilson, but you'll never guess what. I found a wiggly worm hiding in my toast. I almost took a bite out of it. I don't think it would have been very tasty.
Oh no, Miss Anna, you can't eat worms. It's a bit strange. But there are different types of worms. Would you like me to show you a few? All right, let me put you on loudspeaker. All right, 1 minute.
You have worms as pets? But where do they live?
So, I'm going to show you a couple of my animals. So, I haven't got any garden worms, Miss Anna, because they live in the garden. I do have 2 different types of worms. I'm going to show you a waxworm. This is a waxworm. Can you see? It's very small. See it moving? Oh, see now these I don't actually have as pets. These unfortunately are food for my other animals. They're very tasty, they like them. So if I put them there, you can see them wiggling. They feel super soft. They wiggle. And then I've got what's called a Morio worm, which is a worm with legs. Now these can give a nasty bite if they want to. I was once in a school doing a presentation with my animals. One of these gave me a nasty bite and I did flinch. These move very quickly and they do, if you can see, have tiny little legs at the front. Now these, like the waxworms, are actually really interesting because if they're put on their own, so if I left my Morio worm in a tub on its own, it wouldn't die. What it would do is it would form like a cocoon around itself and it would go really hard and you think, oh, it's dead, but it isn't. And if you wait long enough, it turns into a black beetle. It's so cool. So my son Charlie loves beetles and cockroaches and all of that. And so we've done that a couple of times and we've seen them transform into the different stages. Maybe we should try that. Maybe we should try that, Miss Anna. What do you think? Maybe I'll put one in a pot and we can watch it over the next few weeks and see how it changes. We can just take a photo each week and see the difference. Gonna try that. Sounds quite good.
Wow, worms are amazing, aren't they? You know what? I even saw a worm with legs the other day.
And millipedes, sometimes people think are worms with legs and they're not, they're millipedes.
Oh, I thought it was a worm with legs. But what's a millipede?
So you can get animals with legs that look like worms, Miss Anna, but they're not worms. They're either a centipede and they can be a bit bitey, so if you see them in the garden, I probably wouldn't touch them. Or you can have millipedes. Now, I have quite a few different types of millipedes. So I'm going to get them out and show you. How many legs do you think a millipede has?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think millipedes have 1 million legs.
I'm going to answer that question at the end. So all the children have a think. How many legs does a millipede have? I'm going to start with this one. They're all millipedes, but they're different types. And this one is an American one. He's really friendly. Can you see his little face? And all the legs moving along. You see his legs moving. And it's like a hairbrush. It's quite sticky, the legs. And these are just the same as cockroaches in the sense that their skin stays clean because they too have these little insects that you can't really see. Yeah, so that's one. He's the one that will come out the most, and he's very sticky. Look, I have to really peel him off my finger. Look at his legs moving. Millipedes are so incredible to watch. Okay, the next ones aren't as friendly at coming out to play, so sometimes I need to warm them up. But if you see, they roll up. This one actually is really cool. He's got white legs, if you can kind of see. They roll up in a real ball, but they are really cool. Let me see if I put it on the lid over here. It might open up. Leave him there. He might open up for us while he's on his own. Now this is a giant black millipede, giant African millipede, and generally this millipede poos and wheezes on me whenever I get it out, which isn't pleasant. It's a bit whiffy. And actually, a very interesting fact about millipede wee: it can stain your hand for a week because it's got iodine in it. It doesn't harm you, but it can stain your hand for a week. Oh, he looks like he's going to wake up. And the little one that you see there with the red legs, that's called a rainbow millipede. So people think millipedes have 1 million legs, but actually they don't. They have between 300 and 400 legs. I love watching them walk. Hello. The big one. This one's very inquisitive, which means he likes to see things.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Wilson, for giving me all that information. I think it is so interesting to learn about bugs. And you know me, I love learning.
So, Miss Anna, worms in the garden are different to millipedes. Millipedes have loads of legs, but Morio worms also have some legs.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilson.
Bye, Miss Anna, bye.
Bye. Well, who knew worms were so interesting? I think because I loved learning about worms so much, I decided to make one. I've made a worm out of pasta, and he's a wiggly worm. And if you can see, I've got his little face here, and I'm just about to colour my whole worm in. Should I colour it in green? No, worms aren't green. Purple? No, I don't think worms are purple. Pink. I'll colour him in pink, just like the worm in my piece of toast. You know what, I might even write a little bit about him in my notebook. I'm going to write, my worm is wiggly. Oh, tricky word, my. M and Y spells my. And it's the start of a sentence, so I need a capital letter. My, finger space, worm. This is a tricky word, because it's actually spelled like this. My worm is its. My worm is wiggly. W, I, G, or E. W, I, G. My worm is wiggly, and I've put a full stop at the end. I wonder if you could make a worm. And if you want to, you could write about it too. You could make a worm like out of pasta like I have. Maybe you can paint one like Miss Bransom has. Or you can find another way to make one. Can't wait to see what you come up with because you are all so creative. Send us your pictures when you're finished and remember, don't eat any worms. Bye.